What's up, everybody? You're here with the Fly Guy. All right, so I just wanted to do a updated intro to this video because I wanted to post this video last week, but I had some issues with my internet. We had some strong storms that kind of came out of nowhere. I lost a TV and my internet wasn't working properly, at least where my computer is at. I have a desktop that I edit my videos on. I currently don't have a laptop. So it took me a little bit to get caught back up. But I just wanted to redo this intro and apologize, but I'm getting caught back up now and I'm glad to give you this video. I hope you enjoy it. It's regarding one of my favorite carp flies. It's a simple one that I started with when I started fishing for carp, and it enabled me to imitate a lot of different food items without tying a bunch of different flies. It's the creek bugger carp version. I tie it in olive and brown, craw, black, and sparrow. These four are really important because they imitate a multitude of food items. It's fairly easy to tie. It's kind of like a buggy nymph that you can fish like a streamer. You can drag and drop it. You can drift it. You can jig it. There's a lot of things that you can do with this fly. So I always recommend it to beginners because it gets them tying. And a lot of the skills that you use in this fly can be replicated in a woolly bugger, a streamer pattern, even some of your trout flies. It's just kind of like a woolly bugger, so it's going to get you started and get you tying. And you can actually get a bunch of these shelled out in short order and build up a good beginner's fly box for carp. And you won't have to spend a lot of money on materials, and you won't have to spend a lot of time at the vise tying a bunch of different individual patterns. So I always recommend this fly. It's good in a lot of different situations. And I've caught a lot of carp on it. I will link a video in the description. I got some footage on the black version. Nice carp I caught in some pretty tough conditions. I will be doing a full PDF step-by-step photo instruction guide on how to tie, rig, and fish all four colorations of this fly. You're going to get tips on how to rig this up, how to present, how to set the hook with this fly, what to look for when you're out there in the field, and the different ways that the different color variations can help you in different situations. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more fly fishing and fly tying videos. I do a lot of carp stuff, but there's going to be more things coming, more species. I do a lot of smallmouth, and I like to catch anything that anybody else can on regular tackle. I want to be able to catch that on the fly rod. So I want to bring some more fishing footage to you this summer. And I am going to be taking a big trip at the end of the year here in September. I'm going to be gone for a while, but I am going to be recording. So get ready, make sure that you subscribe because it's going to be a big trip and the fishing is going to be hot. So I'm excited about it. Hit that button below, hit that bell, and let's get into it.
So I just wanted to provide you a quick overview and some tips with these flies if you want to tie some of these up or you want to just learn a little bit more about them. The four colors that I stated before are sparrow, black, craw, and olive and brown. This fly has a really sturdy hook. It has a high carbon steel hook. It's a short shank, wide gap hook. It's very durable. You can vary the size of the brass eyes to increase or decrease your sink rate or change how this fly orients underwater. I like the 3.5 millimeter brass eyes because they don't rust and they provide just enough weight to get down, and it provides a little bit more of a slower sink so it's not sinking like a rock, which does elicit some takes on the drop. So especially when you're fishing still water, this size tends to do the trick, but feel free to vary and experiment so you can get the best results wherever you're fishing. The sparrow and the craw version both imitate juvenile crayfish, and you will get some pretty hard takes on these flies. You will see carp behave differently with these colors, especially when you're fishing in shallow creeks during the dog days of summer. They will actively chase this fly down, and you will get some pretty hard takes. So you need to be prepared. I'm not saying that you need to throw your other carp fly fishing and presentation methods to the wind, but just know that with these two flies, you will see some pretty aggressive takes in a lot of different situations. The sparrow version can imitate sculpin minnows as well as mottled minnows that like to hug near the bottom like certain darters. I fish primarily in Ohio, so these flies are kind of centered around the colors of some of the food items here, but you can kind of adjust these with different materials as you see fit based on your home waters. The black I typically use during high water periods when things are muddy and you need a little bit bigger fly with some contrast, or if I'm fishing crystal clear water, especially still water, where there's leeches and hellgrammites. So the black is a great version there for that. And then the olive and brown is really at home in marshes where there's damselfly nymphs, but it can also be used in creeks and streams where there are sculpin minnows that happen to have an olive coloration. My tip to you for this fly is to always attach it with a loop knot. You can use the loop knot that you prefer. I use the Perfection loop to attach my flies, and it's kind of foolproof and it's really, really durable. You know, you're not really going to snap too many flies off unless you have to. And the flies get a lot more action. So I always encourage people, you know, start practicing your knots and make sure to attach your fly with a loop knot. It will increase the effectiveness of your presentations. Again, you can dap, you can drift, you can retrieve this fly, especially the crawfish versions. You can retrieve these and skip these pretty aggressively when fish are feeding in shallow flats and riffles in streams and creeks. You'll see these fish come after it, so that can be a lot of fun, but the other colorations when they're feeding aggressively can elicit the same strikes too. So just play around with your retrieves and see what the fish are going to give you on any given day. You know, when you're fishing these in still water, you know, you might not have the opportunity sometimes to really strip these flies aggressively, especially if you're, you know, trying to target more skittish fish that spook easily. Carp already do by default, so you just have to be willing to practice and put in the reps and figure out what these fish are willing to eat. So if you're going to tie some of these up, you can vary the materials and experiment and really create your own stuff right from this basic model. There's a lot of customization options, so feel free to tie a bunch of these up and give them a try. I will be doing tying demos for all the colors, and the full PDF tying guide will be available soon. I'm currently working on it and getting that polished up and put together for you. That will be on my new website on Gumroad. The link is below. If you don't tie and you just would like to get these flies from me, they will be available temporarily on my website as well, and I'll provide the link down below also. If you like this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more fly fishing and fly tying videos. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.